Okay, here we are at our project. We're going to be measuring one room today, and we're going to first check our tools to make sure that we have everything we need to measure the room. And of course you need your clipboard here, 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. We're going to have two devices that are going to actually be used today to measure this room. The standard 35-foot steel measuring tape and a Bosch laser measuring device. The other critical device here is your phone, and we're going to get that in a bit because we're going to take pictures of our sketches and send it off. So let's first sketch the room here, and if the first thing we need to do is take a look at the room and what we are measuring. So we're measuring this one particular room here. It's an odd-shaped room with a fireplace, but pretty standard. We have two pocket doors here, one here and one over here. And so the first thing we're going to do is stand in the middle of the room to get our bearings here. So we're going to look at this facade, this plane right here, and we're going to put an X in the corner there. And then we're going to put an X in the corner over here. There's another corner behind the chimney. The chimney comes out. Chimney comes over, comes back over, and then it comes back to here, and then we finish that. And so basically what we have here is we have the dots in each corner of the room, and all we have to do in order to get the shape of this room is just connect the dots. So we just connect here over to this side. And now that is the shape of this room. Okay, so the next phase of this drawing is we're going to add the dimension lines. So these dimension lines are going to tell us exactly where the wall is and how long the wall is in relationship to the room. So all we're doing is just taking these short little lines, crossing it over, and with these little ticks we're going to add this line just like this. Pretty simple, in keeping all the dimensions on the outside of the room. Okay, next we're going to label the room, and this is a living room, and we're going to put two lines there, and then we're going to put a box underneath it. This box is for the ceiling height. Alright, now we've got our dimension lines there. They're all ready to go, and we know exactly how many dimensions we're going to take. Okay? And this will give us the shape of the room. So let's get the measuring devices, and we'll start measuring up. Okay, the first measurement that I want to take is the ceiling height. And that's pretty easy to do by just opening up the tape like this and moving the tape up into the air towards the ceiling, and we're going to be looking at the bend of the tape. The bend of the tape is looking at 107. So we're going to take 107, and we're going to just put it 107 inches. Just like that. Okay. These shorter dimensions, we're going to start now. We're going to start with this long dimension here, and then we're going to wrap ourselves right around the whole entire room. In order to do that, I'm going to use my laser, okay, and I'm going to turn it on. Very simple device to use. The product is on right now, it's ready to go, and all I have to do is just put the device on the wall, shoot it to the opposite wall, click the button again, and now I have my dimension. And the dimension I'm going to be writing is 170 5/8. Okay, pretty simple. Now we take it, we click it again to reset it. I come over here, put the laser right on the wall, push the button, and now we have 53 inches. So this wall is 53 inches. We'll click it again. We're going to put the device right here at the corner. Sometimes I like to put my pen here so that I get the true dimension. Hit the button, and now that's 23 inches. 23 inches right there. So now what I need to do is I can't use that device anymore because I don't have any references. So I now need to figure out how I'm going to measure this device, this wall right in here. So what I would do is I would move this ottoman gently. I would then come up here, hook onto that, like that, and it is 64.5 inches tall. So this dimension right here, 64.5 inches long, and this is the area that I was measuring before. Now, if you're not as tall as me and you can't get up there, that's no problem, because remember, the wall goes down to the floor right here. So you don't have to be super accurate, but what we want to do is, if you can't get up that high, just put your foot right here, approximately where the corner is right here, and then what we're going to do is just go right on the floor and get to that corner, and now you can see where 64.5 is lying right there. You can do it that way too. Okay, so now that we can move the device back, I can take this back here, put that back in that spot, take my pen, put that just like that, shoot it, and now I'm back to my 23 and 7/16 spot. I'm back here. I'm going to put it right here. Push the button, and 48. And sometimes it's going to give you these dimensions, 48 and 11/16. That's okay, but if you can go up to the next 16th, which would be 12/16 or 3/4 of an inch, it's okay. Now we go back over here. Come to this wall, and we look at that, make sure we're on the wall, hit the button, and we're back to 170 and 5/8. So we know our room is 100% square because we have it here and we also have it up here. So those numbers are great. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is get this overall length. Okay, so we're at 165 inches, 165 and 3/4 inches. Okay, so these numbers, the 48, 64, and 53, all of those numbers are going to add up to this number here because we have the overall. Okay, now that's step 2. Step 3 now is to locate the windows and the door openings. Real important for this measurement. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at where we're standing, and we're standing right here, and we're looking out through this window. So all we're going to do is we're going to take the width of the window, which is approximately in the center of the wall, and all we're going to do is we're going to make a rectangle where that spot is. Nothing more. Now we're going to hold the plan in front of us. We're going to look this way towards the next window, and this window is approximately right in front of us right here, and all we're going to do is make those 2 ticks just like that, and then make a rectangle, and that's going to represent our windows. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, now we're going to turn the plan this way, and we have these 2 pocket doors, or 1 pocket doors with 2 doors, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to approximately place our pocket door. Same thing, we're going to make a rectangle here, but this time all we're going to do is we're just going to make the pocket door look like it's going inside the wall, and that will represent our pocket door. So so at this point, the only thing left to do here really is to, if we wanted to give a little bit more information to where the locations of these things are. For instance, if there are any fixtures, right? So we have like a heating duct right over here, right? There's a heating duct here in that area there, and that would be a return. Typically the returns are in the corner rooms, not by the windows, thank God. And then we make a rectangle and we make a line like that. And then we come over here and we look on the floor And then there's the heating duct. So all we have to do is make the line in a square like that. And we just now know our heating duct. If something's above me, it's a light fixture. All we have to do is put a circle with a small little X in the middle of it, or a target, and that represents the light fixture. And then over here there's an S, and that's a switch that controls that light. So at this point, what I will do is I will put down the address 123 ABC Lane, and I'll call that Watertown, Mass. And my name, Joe Delano, and my phone number 78185-99610, and the and I'm working with Remax. Okay, and this is project 1211. So now I'm going to get my phone. Now this is the important part. Once I have all the information, now I need to share the information with my team. So I'm going to hit camera. I'm going to take my photo. I'm going to put it right over the clipboard so I have all the information. Then I snap the picture. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put up on screen, and I'm now going to share this with my team. And I'm going to email that or upload that into my Google account, into my Gmail Google account, or my Google Docs account. And then we've shared the plan. Now there's one other part that we have to complete, and that's taking great photos of our room. So what we need to do in order to share is we need to take these photos from corner to corner. So if we can get as deep into the corner as possible to take the photograph, that way we can show our team, what's going on with the window, the ceilings, the bump, and all that wonderful stuff. If your camera has a panoramic function, that's great too, because then what we can do is we can then back up here and we can actually take a panoramic view, and that will give us greater information. And that now is giving us a whole lot more information than just one photograph. The other thing that we can do here also is we can take a video. We can shoot a video of this. Another great technique here, so that we can show exactly what's going on, corner to corner, all that wonderful stuff. So the trick here is that we want to have as much information about the room as possible, and we want to be able to have photos from each corner of the room, or video from each corner of the room. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward, and